All right, what's up, guys? Magus here. Today is December 28th of 2020, and we're going to do some BTC analysis. So jumping right into the daily TPO here, we've got all my levels clearly marked out. Right now, basically what I'm doing is waiting for the range to continue to form and see if the market is going to decide to accept the 27K bracket as fair value. And if it does, I would be betting on a markup to follow just like this that you see over here, trend day breakout, and you compress. You might even have a day where it tries to break out early, up or down, and those will be faded probably until it continues to compress. Days will get tighter, and then we will break up or down from there, and that will be my bias. So if we continue to form up here and we break down, easy play to 24, which would be an obvious long. If you somehow were able to get bids filled in the 20K area, that would be a gift from the market. So definitely take that because that would be a really high time SR flip. Essentially, you got the old highs from 2017. We'd essentially be SR flipping that, and on the macro scale, that'd be huge. So I find it very unlikely that we do pull back like that. It seems max pain for the market is to do this cycle where we uh we we break out from a range, we form a new range, and we break out again. And this cycle's been kind of playing out a while. You can see it right here. Form range, breakout, form range. It tried to break down, it reaccepted into old value, broke up, form range, and then this is my expectation for what's probably going to happen here. But ultimately, most of my positioning for the directional play won't really come until the break comes, and I do see acceptance in either direction. So I won't really pre-position this too much, but rather just play the intraday stuff in the meantime. I want to zoom out real quick to the weekly TPO, and you can see what I'm talking about here with this breakout, right? This is a massive breakout where we had a huge compression in the 18, 19 to 17K range ish. If you see a pullback to here, yeah, I don't even need complicated tools and to look at order flow and stuff as basic price action. This will be a long 100%. And if the level fails, it fails. But that's a punt you got to take. But really, I don't. I think that's way too obvious of a play. I don't think that we get that. I think that the best case scenario will be coming back to this composite and running it up from there. But even more likely, really, in my opinion, is just going to be that we're going to range here and we'll watch this value will likely shift down slightly, I would guess. I don't think it'll shift up, but we'll see this form. The range will form. We will play the break, or I will at least. Yeah, that pretty much does it for the TPO. We'll look at a candlestick chart real quick. Just looking at the last 2 days, you could see our compression, we were building value outside of that compression. We had our trend day breakout, and now we're into that same cycle where we're trying to decide if this is, acceptable value, if this is fair or not. And we're just going to patiently wait and watch what they're going to do. You could see that we have, following the trend day, we have the attempt at compression, and then today is pretty tight. We're just rotating between the high and the low, really nice, which is definitely setting people up with some nice intraday plays. So yeah, that's essentially what it's going to come down to. I really think that this is going to be what the play is going to be. That I would say I would probably expect that the breakouts are going to continue and the range formation will get quicker each time because we are slowly moving towards a parabolic market structure. So I think that the range formations will be shorter and the range breaks will keep coming until we have some sort of blow off top. But we're clearly nowhere near there. Looking at the derivatives, futures are leading, but not by very much, and that's really only just started to be prevalent in the past maybe month or so. So I would say, even though I don't have that much experience with true blow-off tops, I would say that derivatives aren't saying we're anywhere there yet. I think that we want to see a lot larger premiums on the futures, and yeah, really, more than anything, you want to see the spot bid disappear before you start trying to go counter trend it all, because until the spot bid disappears, this is only going to keep going up. Um, Breaking 20K the way we did here, this is massive, right? To have weeks of value build up and to break up from it, and basically what happened, right, is that this is a previous all-time high, and the market moved up to previous all-time high and then told us that this is fair value. So when it accepts below the previous high and then breaks through it, you really can't ask for a more bullish, um, higher time frame play. So it's going to keep going, probably. That's definitely what my bet would be. There's nothing stopping it at this point, so we'll keep watching it go. I want to jump over to the correlation chart real quick to end it. I find this incredibly useful. I change what tickers I'm looking at, but essentially, um, I'm going to look at the respectable defies and the respectable, large cap coins, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that, and try to see the relationships. And, if you see a long setup, for instance, and you see a long setup on ETH, just as a literal setup I took 2 days ago. You see a long setup on ETH, and you notice that it's lagging after everything congested up, and it's lagging. This isn't the best image, but we're just gonna humor me and pretend like it looks better. When you see ETH lagging and you see Bitcoin's just done its move up, you see the long setup come. I mean, that just adds to the strength of the trade that the ETH's lagging behind BTC. It pretty much happens like clockwork where Bitcoin leads, it sucks all the liquidity out of everything. Everybody gets super bearish on things like Ethereum because they're not moving while Bitcoin is, and their emotions are telling them to freak out basically. And no, Ethereum's so shit. And like clockwork, you find the entry, you get long, and you wait until all those people that were all talking shit on ETH 2 days ago to start to all be bullish on it, and that's how you know to start to consider to take profit. So we'll hop back over to the TPO, and just to summarize real quick, waiting for a range to form, waiting for the market to tell us what it's going to do. It really is that simple, guys. Wait for the range to form, trade the range break. For not really, that's not going to be a strategy for intraday, but for swing trading, it's incredibly effective. You just take that simple idea and pair it with a couple other tools and then back test things, and what do you know? You've got a great trading system right there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Hope everyone had a good holiday, and yeah, let's get it in 2021. I'm pretty excited to get back to full-time trading again soon. Cheers, everyone.